You okay, baby?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm live now.
So do we need to go to the post office today or not?
Let's see if we can get ink first. If we can get ink, then...
Well, come here and do me a favor. Take
What?
the ink out. I don't even know where it's at.
The panel.
Go ahead.
In the front, underneath. Right here.
I never put it in. It's right there. Okay.
Hold on.
I ain't doing it.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. You go to Walmart. You get one of those.
Oh, good. Go look it up. Since you know that better than I do. I didn't even know that was there. So that was
Yeah, if you take the
Where'd
panel...
you learn that trick at?
Huh?
Where'd you learn that trick at?
Instructions.
I didn't see the instructions.
Instructions are wonderful. I don't know. We can maybe look up some ways to rig to get the rest of the ink out of it, but I think it's probably just better off trying to get a new one.
So how much is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I haven't got that far yet. I'm gonna check on Walmart or Amazon.
Or Office Depot.
Yeah. If you go to places where the item is not normally, it's not so bad. Like Amazon.
Yeah, I wish they'd come up with something where 1/8 cartridge fits everything.
PG 43. Good afternoon, internet family. You can get one for $21.
Okay,
or you could get two for $32.
And for $7 more, you get a brand new one with the cartridge.
Brand new printer altogether with both cartridges.
But
and it could possibly even be Wi-Fi.
Walmart stuff, right? So
yeah, this is just Walmart. Let me check Amazon. We're looking up ink because I ran out of ink for the eBay seller site.
$10 would be right up our alley.
Oh, whoops. Right up your what?
Alley. You never heard that saying that's right up your alley? That means it's something that it's like in your element. That's what you really like.
Gotcha. PG. Yes, I just signed into my Amazon account. Jesus. All right. 2 for $29, or a black and white and color for $46.
You're getting worse.
Black and white and color for $29.
$10.
$29 looks like it's the cheapest, and if that's only if you want black and white and color.
$21, right?
$29.
You said 21 on another place. You said 21.
21 if you want just a black ink cartridge at Walmart.
Yeah.
Just one.
Huh?
Just one.
Just black.
Yeah. For just one black ink cartridge for $21.
Right. But that's the cheapest in the whole internet service
that I've looked at so far, which is Walmart and Amazon.
And then there's Office Depot.
I never shop at Office. Why would I shop at Office Depot?
You're not shopping, but it's just right down the road here. Hey, I'm just trying.
So is CVS. Doesn't mean I'm gonna buy. Anyway. All right, Canon. Come on. All these sites have so many damn ads on them that you can't even type anything in before it, like,
wants to sell you something.
Locks up. Or yeah, tries to sell you something, throws an ad in your face. $17
There, that's a good price.
for one cartridge.
Yeah. At where? Office Depot?
Yes.
There you go.
Didn't you say we need a new printer?
Why would we need a new printer for? This one works.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, I hardly ever used it.
Yeah. Alright, so $17.
It's the cheapest.
Office Depot. I stand corrected. Alright. I'm going to add it to cart so it can be shipped here in 5 days when it's just down the road. So... Let's see. I was looking at journaling earlier today and prepping, food prep. Okay. So that's what we were looking for. It's a Canon Pixma.
Now, let's just take in mind something. I want you to think about this.
Yeah.
Now, before you told me you sold anything today, you had said, you quoted, I've made about a $50 profit, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go buy this printer cartridge, now you only be $30 profit because you just bought some, but to invest back in.
But I also sold 3 more dresses this morning.
I said before that, though.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show you it's not always pure profit. You got to take it.
No, I know. And that's what I was saying earlier is that, like, the first year in any business is going to be a loss.
Because it's your time is valuable. You only get a limited amount in this world. So you got to consider about the cost of your time, cost of traveling. Of course, we enjoyed doing it, but nobody else has to know.
The only reason why I'm doing this is A, because nobody will fucking hire me. And B, because it's something that we're already doing. Why not make money from it?
I know.
So,
and I'm glad you are, because that's what I was wanting you to do.
And I would like to start being a little bit more creative and start selling on my Etsy, too.
Yeah. And I just wanted you to know that, it's not just like I made $50 profit because you got to take away from the profit. No,
there is no $50 profit. That's what I'm trying to explain, is that because of the fact of the mess up in the beginning with the pricing and the weight and everything, that ate whatever would have been our profit. But I anticipated there being some loss in this because of the learning process.
Exactly, and you're doing good at it.
But it's really not a loss. It's a gain in experience, and in that turn is the cost. It's the wealth that's in it.
So can you afford the mistakes?
I paid for my mistakes.
I know. Can you afford it, though? Meaning, not just financially, the stress, the aggravation. Can you?
Now it's not so bad. I've gotten used to it. But, like, if it got real busy, like if it actually got popular or whatever, I don't know. I would need help.
Well, of course you will.
I would need help.
Eventually we'll get this thing grooving, and maybe we could come up with a way to...
I mean, that's any small business owner. They always have to take the overload at first. Well, really the whole time. But
yes.
That's part of it, You're the one that sees the vision, not anybody else. They're just there to help.
I got to get that, man. I got to do that because I see all the dust that should come up here that we're breathing in. The filter ain't there, and it's just catching right now that we're there, and it's not good. I got to get a filter. I got to.
Do you have any of the old ones?
I had it, and I threw it away because I had a piece of paper, and I threw that away by accident. I'm just going to get a measure.
You can measure it? Yeah, I was going to say you measure it.
That's what I want to do.
Make sure the door's closed. Baby. Honey.
Yeah.
Close the door.
What?
Close the door.
What door?
Are you going to the bathroom?
Yeah, I was going to go pee.
I'm live.
What? Oh.
So yeah, we were trying to find a ink cartridge because that eBay site kind of went popping a little bit quicker than I anticipated, which is great. But I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right and that everything's good. So for those of you who are entrepreneurs and first time business, anything, trying to get something up off the ground is like a freaking nightmare. And but You can do it, and you'll find ways to make it work best for you. And if not, then outsource to people who are doing similar things to what you're doing. And then just kind of adjust. And like we were talking in the other stream about becoming clay, being able to be moldable and adjust and adapt to your surroundings, to your situations, to whatever's going on. I mean, I know a lot of us now, especially the new generation, that's all they're going to know is constant change. So, yeah, keeping up with those changes and not being left behind is like crucial to our existence and humanity naturally. But so yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, my brain does that. I get to thinking about something, get distracted, and I swear it's like off on the planet. And then I lost track of what I was always talking about to begin with. So I've got all of those. I think I've got mostly all of the for sale stuff up on my eBay. So go check that out. I'm not sure if it'll let me no, I won't, because I'm on my phone. I was going to say I don't know if it's going to let me share my eBay. I think it's already up on my About Me section. So, for Manic Monday, let me go ahead and get into this. I forgot where was that now. Okay, there's that. So, for Manic Monday, I already went ahead and did next week's schedule right out. I want to find that I had originally found this app that looks like a notebook. And it's for like a tablet or like your phone or laptop or whatever. And it's an app that looks like a planner book. Like it actually looks like a book with tabs. I've seen an ad for it, and I don't know. Maybe Good Notes. You had to pay for it, too. Notability. Popular apps offer digital planning experience similar to a physical planner with tabs, allowing you to organize your notes and tasks effectively. Yeah, see, on whatever app that I saw, it must have been for like an iPad or like something with a pen. Paperlike Pro Planner. You know what I just thought of? Google Documents does that. They have the little tabs at the bottom. I wonder if you can alternate the layout to where the tabs are on the side. Organize your document with tabs. Literally, I'm going to show you guys this. This literally just popped up on my screen right as I said that. That's so funny. Oh, there it is. A free way to be able to do it, maybe. Let's see. Let's see how this does. All right. Got it. Document tabs are on the side, but what if I want them on the other side? Hey, Desnight, how are you? Tech savvy. Oh, yeah. You should have seen how long it took for me to get this wireless thing on my laptop. Headings you add to the document will appear here. I don't know. Okay, so I'm trying to make my planner that I write every single day for the past 3-4 years. I want to make it digital. I would like to, at some point in the future, purchase either an iPad or like a tablet of sorts that has the pen with it, or get the Echo 2 pen and attach it to this app, maybe, or a app that looks like a tablet, paper tablet, in my computer. So there's that. I'm sure I'll figure it out. But either way. So I did find out today that Google Documents does now allow document tabs on the side. Looks like only the left side, which is super annoying for me because I'm a right side type of person. But, you know how like you want to Frankenstein shit and then make it all your own so it works specifically for you, completely customizable? Jeff works in Linux. So I was watching some of the stuff that he does on his computer. It looks completely different than mine, which mine's a Chromebook and it's a piece of shit. Anyway, but yeah, he's got like a $3,000 freaking computer that looks amazing, and he just Googles YouTube videos on it. It's the weirdest thing ever. So you run Linux, but as a shell? Okay. I don't know how he does it. He doesn't have any Microsoft anything, I don't think. No, because he's got MSN. I don't know. It seems super, like, more intriguing to me because then I can customize my own computer exactly how I want it and not have all this extra bullshit that I don't need. It's just wasting space. It's a Steam Deck? No clue what you're talking about. I just know the computer has a case and buttons, and it needs power. And I do things on it. Oh, you can get Microsoft 365. Oh, sweet. Now, I mean, there's some stuff that I do know about, like, especially since I've started streaming, I've learned a lot about apps and, like, different things with the computers and stuff like that. But for the most part, even though, like, my generation grew up learning about the computers and stuff, like, firsthand, I think our generation was the first generation to have computers in, like, a public setting. I could be wrong. But 365 is free. Oh, I can't do Microsoft stuff on my Chromebook. I love Chromebook because of the fact that it has gotten me this far, but it only gets you this far. You know what I mean? Oh, it's browser-based? Ooh. Hold on. Microsoft 3. I don't know, 5. 8. I'm just messing in a 5. 5. Okay, so am I getting the sponsored one with Coursera or like the regular Microsoft 365 login? Subscription for productivity apps, plans and pricing for home? Microsoft 365 for home, is that what you're talking about? Cloud-powered productivity platform. Just log into Microsoft Hotmail, what? It may work. Ooh, fancy pants. I think I actually had a Microsoft 365 at one point. When they had like a free trial for it or something. Now is this oh, okay, I see it. You had to scroll down for a minute, but free Microsoft 365 online, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Is that what you're talking about? Is it a try for free or is it like a legit for free thing? I don't know. I blinked it out. I can't read what it says. It's free. Okay, so sign in. I mean, if I've ever signed in on this, I should save it, right? Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's my old work account. I don't think that's going to work. See? This is why we can't have nice things. No, it's the only thing I had Microsoft for was an old work account when I worked at All Data. Oh, well. I guess I'll just have to sign up for free. Wait a minute. I may actually have one. Email is part of a reserved domain. It's my fucking email. I don't know shit about fuck. Let's just leave it at that. It's already a Microsoft account. Well, why didn't you sign in? God. Lord. The struggle is real, y'all. Next question. What's my password? Send me my link, says me. Account.live.com. Oh, so it does have to be the live one. Can't be Google or Gmail. I rely on Google to remember my passwords. Yeah, usually I do too. That's really bad. Shouldn't do that. Let me see if it's in spam. No, they just want me to go to the beach. Sons of bitches. Anyway. Never. Send code. Well, why don't if I don't choose you? We're updating our terms as part of our efforts to improve. Reset password without the spaces? Wait, what? Huh?
I've been outside for the last 10 minutes with the water hose on.
Why?
To rinse out that fucking litter box. It's
nasty. Yeah. Pinned is now favorites. Hey, I'm in. Untitled form from July 2021. What is this? I bet you had something to do with work. Oh. Go back. Exit. Thank you. I don't know what that was. Right. Hold on. Wait. Okay. I'm in, but I didn't use the live account. I just used my Google. Or am I supposed to use specifically that account? Yeah, I'm in. I'm already in. It's got Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Teams, and OneNote. Oh, it's got OneNote. I forgot about that. I used to love OneNote. I don't know if that works anymore. Thank you. Coming soon, the Microsoft 365 app will become a Microsoft 365 Copilot app with a new URL, m365.cloud.microsoft. Enjoy the same app with access to more capabilities. Sweet. Okay, so now we learned something else new. Microsoft 365 Online is free for, I guess, everyone. Sweet. Thank you for that, Dasna. Jump right into OneNote right quick. If this is what I think it is, I absolutely love this app. Can't get your notebook right now. Please try again later. Brace fresh. I retried again because it is later. Later is now. Now is later. Open the freaking app. Anyway, okay. That's not going to work right now. Anyway. Alright. Show me your screen. It looks like this. We're in our dark mode. Goldfish. Yep. That's on my screen. And then it's got the beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Right? Yes, queen. Okay. Sweet. Gracias, monsieur. Okay. Or mademoiselle. Are you a guy or girl? I don't know. I have to ask that now. I always assume, and that's the worst damn thing. I get in so much trouble that way. And now, I should just rather ask, what do you identify as? Because, is that more of an appropriate, like, are we doing that now? Is that the thing we're doing? Just wondering, because I'm kind of like, still trying to catch up with 2019. So, just messing. Yep. Alright. Now we got that out of the way. Kind of. I'm still wanting my notebook to open. Why is it not opening OneNote? Open it! Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and yell at my screen like football later. Alright. Okay. So, schedules. Went ahead and did this next week's schedules. I do need to add in weather and stuff like that, but and that's another thing too. I noticed that like in the Google calendar, you can actually add it to where it has the weather at the top. I love the Google calendar as a backup, like a side thing. Excuse me, but I'm wanting something that's a little bit more, because like I said, I carry around my book all the time. This is like my brain, backup brain. This is my 3D brain, and this is my 5D brain. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be lucky to get some of this into here. But I noticed that this repeats itself. So I'm trying to find something that I can utilize to put it in once, and then it just repeats the next week, and then I can just add or remove writing it in. I'm not much of a typer. You know what I mean? Like, I do type, but I'm trying to make it work for me the way that I want it, because it's my life. And I want things to work as best as the way that I want them to as possible. So, so that's the calendar thing that I was trying to do, the planner thing with the whole schedules and everything. And then today's I'm a little bit late. 1 o'clock. House chores is kitchen and trash can. And are you grabbing the trash? Did you already get the trash can?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's that. And for kitchen, today is, like I said to you guys last week, this week I'll be moving around. So I'm going to actually be showing you guys what I mean when I'm talking about this, instead of just talking about it, because that's what we can do, right? We can talk about it all we want, but we actually doing it is a whole nother thing. So, I don't know, Dasnak, did you get to see that? I don't have red hair anymore. I don't think I've been live since the new year. I'm a brunette now. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Kitchen, trash. You already took the trash out. So, when I was talking about house chores, when I say a specific room, and I'm saying this every single day. So, when you're, like, say every Monday, right, you have kitchen, then for the most part, a lot of you are going to be cleaning your kitchen during the course of the day, or even in the evening before you go to bed, or whatever your schedule, whatever. So when you do go to do it, best way that I find is from left to right, top to bottom. And in my listings, it has dust, wipe, reorganize, clean all dishes in dishwasher, which we don't even have a dishwasher. Daily, clean off table and counters. Weekly, sweep, mop, clean trash cans, big curb cans too. Monthly, deep clean and reorganize fridge, shelves, microwaves, ovens. Pantry, reorganize for long-term storage. Maintenance, like I've said previous streams, it's wintertime, so pipes. Check your fridge or freezer. Make sure there's no leaks, gaskets, and stuff like that. And if you have a dishwasher or other equipment in your kitchen. Budget at a glance. What does the kitchen need? Take all the trash out, wash can, bag and bottom, hang on side, and new in bag. Or new bag in, I mean. So, these are not things that have to be done every single Monday, but I try, or at least I used to. I'm going to try to get back into the habit of doing that, because that's something that I feel is beneficial for me. Long term, this is something that I can keep up with even when I'm like older. So, for the most part. And one reason why I say all of these things is because this is how I was raised. I was taught certain things, certain ways, at certain times, and I'm just trying to express that in my everyday life, but I'm also trying to express it so this way maybe it'll help one of y'all out here that are watching my streams at any point in time. So even if it's like 100 years from now and people don't even do this stuff anymore, then whatever, they can look back and say, haha, she did all this stuff and she didn't have to. But yeah, and I'm sure that like the way that I do it might be different the way that you do it, and maybe something that I do may help you. So, and vice versa if you know of a better way. So, especially like Dasnak did, he showed me that like there's another way that I didn't even think of, and I used to use and I loved it, and I forgot about it, and then he said it, so now it's back. And so having that little bit of input and perspective and stuff really helps, because we weren't all raised the same. People say like, oh, common sense. Common sense is not common. We didn't all learn the same things. I mean, yeah, we did as a baseline, at least I feel, for the most part, in like education purposes. But for household, no. Everyone's household's different. I mean, yeah, everybody's got to clean, but who cleans? Is there an appointed person? Or is there like chores delegated to people? Or is it just you? It's all on you. So, and if it is all on you, you need to find a way to make it delegated, because, oh my goodness, that's a lot. But, so part of the unschooling thing is stuff that they don't teach in school anymore. Like when I grew up, we did home ec. They don't teach that anymore. Maybe it's not important to some people. So I know for myself, I started getting back into it when I started watching Clean Talk and all of this stuff. And now that they're banning, supposedly, TikTok, just find another outlet to be able. I mean, we stream every day. We are live every day. It's just easily accessible, yeah. But there's other apps out there. Only thing I need to figure out is how to download all my information off of it, because I have like years of information on there that I don't know how to download because I only have it on my phone. My phone doesn't have enough space, and I'm trying to figure out how to save stuff to like an SD card on your phone from an app. So any advice is always great. So I'm actually going to download TT to SD card, question mark. Okay. It snowed here, so I'm not going outside, but usually whenever you bring the big trash can in, you just rinse it out with a hose and dump it out and whatever. But, so I'm going to move to the kitchen because that's what I said I was going to do. And y'all are coming with me. Ow, my knee. Oh, goodness. So, and don't laugh too hard. Hey. Oh, he moved the microwave, so I can't even put it up there anymore. Okay. Crud. Look at all the pretty snow. Zoe acting like a fool because she wants to go out in it, and she's about to. Say hello, Zoe. Hey, Zoe. Say hello. Wow. Oh, door. Okay. So, on that up. So for kitchen, let's see. How am I going to do this? I'm going to try to do this. Hopefully it doesn't delete y'all. Like, I don't know. I got it like with a little clip. Maybe that'll work. See, he had the microwave over here, and that worked great. Hold on. I'm about to put y'all in a bowl. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm going to try this. I don't have a stand. Oh, wait, yes, I do have a stand. I'll say hey to Jeff. Jeff's streaming me while I'm streaming. Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Hold on. Sorry, I know I'm taking y'all around with me for a hot minute. Okay. Here it is. Dun, 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 dun. Break shit. The contraptions that we use is crazy. Right. Let me see if this will work. I hope it works because my phone is extra long on this thing. I think this was the reason why I didn't use this. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Oh, sweet. I'm in. Okay. That candle smells like it's death. All right. Put this back. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna make my own stand. Okay. This may or may not work. I'm not entirely sure yet. Maybe? Sort of. Look at my palace. Alright. Don't mind the belly rolls. Anyway, alright. So, what I'm going to do today It's the one thing that I said I was going to do like a month ago and I never did it. Clean out my fridge. So, okay. So what you want to do is you want to take out all the bigger pieces, wipe down all of the counters and stuff in there and the glass and plastic, take that out, clean it. Wipe down the interiors, make sure that there's no residue or anything sitting there or anything on the sides. Double check the light bulb. Check the top to make sure there's not like ice building on the top of it. Because that could mean a leak from the freezer to the fridge. And if you're not real sure with the whole temperature gauge inside of the refrigerator, I think there's a couple of things that you could do, like put a quarter in water or something. Test it, see if it's working properly. I don't know, something like that. You can look it up online. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this out, wipe it down, and then put everything back just real quick, just to kind of show you guys. And plus, like I said, I've been meaning to do this anyways. We do a lot of like the leftover stuff, like I showed you guys in the stream the other day about the Tasty Tuesday, I think it was, of like making sure that meals, if they have leftovers, incorporating them into the next meal and stuff. So it's always good to try to make especially nowadays, try to make food last. For those of you who are like myself, try to survive in this life, you know what I mean? I just took a little bit of like soap, put like a line or two in there, warm water. And just a quick wipe down, nothing major. I mean, unless you really want to go in there and deep clean. But like I said, this is just like a once a week wipe down, 15-minute tidy type thing. And I may not do this again or do anything like this again until next week. And then after a couple of, I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks, then you go through and you deep clean once a month. It also helps keep up with maintenance. This way you can keep an eye out and to make sure that there's nothing that needs work done on it. You can catch it sooner. Keeps bacteria down. It just looks better overall. It makes you feel better too when you clean things. I'm sure that since COVID, everybody's been kind of like wore out on the whole sanitizing everything. Make sure you get down in those gaskets too, because sometimes food will fall down in there or just some random stuff. If the gasket doesn't work right, it's not going to seal, and your fridge is not going to keep your food the way that you need to. Also, bugs will get in there too. Which, I mean, they're going to get in anyways. Especially if you have roaches or anything like that. Ants. Stink bugs. Hell. I had seen this lady, I think it was on TikTok, somewhere online, where she had completely redid the inside of her refrigerator. At the old house, the kids and I, we had painted the outside of it. So, because it was an old fridge, you know, it's whatever. And, so, I seen that on there, and I was like, oh, that's super cute, but I don't know if I go to that extent. If y'all have seen who I'm talking about, just chime in, whatever. But, so yeah, it was really cute. I thought it was really cute. She had like wallpaper lining the refrigerator and everything. And she had little, like, I don't know, it just made it fancier for some reason. Even though it was like a simple everyday thing, sometimes making something that's simple every day into something that's fancier makes life feel just better. I don't know. Bougie it up, you know? Like, when the fuck are you going to live that life? There's one thing I did think about when I was thinking about the fires and stuff. It's all these people who have been living their lives a certain way now are being forced to not live that way. So they're getting an introduction into a lifestyle that they were not anticipating, nor have they probably ever lived before. And so it's scary. It's just like any one of us. We lost our house or, you know, family members. I think of Western North Carolina, of all the people who, you know, they lost their family members right before the holidays. And, I mean, naturally, any loss is a loss. But it got me thinking about, like, a lot of things. And part of something that my daughter had said at one point to me was, yeah, life could be a lot worse, but it could also be a lot better. And so incorporating niceties that you wouldn't normally have had, then it just makes life feel a little bit better to live. I don't know how to describe it. But it's just as quickly as something can be bad, is just as quickly as something can be good. So keep that in mind. I know right now I'm just moving stuff around because right now I'm not taking anything out. Nothing's expired. I don't have a slow turnover rate for food. So all of our stuff is, for the most part, within a week or two. They don't get to expiry time. Now, again, I really do need to take this out and deep clean it. And I'm going to add that to my monthly. But it's just to get a quick rundown. Also, it gives you a chance to look at groceries that you have. So that way when you're meal planning and stuff. A lot of times you'll see that condiments will go out of date longer before you realize. Because a lot of times we have condiments in our refrigerators and they just sit there. We don't use them half the time. sure there's probably a better way to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. The only thing that I don't like is that, like, especially when I was at my mom's and, you know, here, is anytime you go to wipe something down, especially if you're an animal owner, there's always hair. Like, no matter where you are, no matter how clean you got it, there's going to be hair. It's just going to be there. So. Don't forget the under part too, in case it spills. And then just put everything back where you want it to be. I try to move this stuff back down because you want to try to keep the light open so you can see throughout the whole fridge. So bigger, bulkier items, try to put them towards the bottom. And then if there's other stuff, then, you know, whatever. Meats and stuff, especially if they have any kind of liquid to them, like this I'm thawing out pork that has liquid to it, make sure it has like paper towel underneath it or something so it doesn't leak through the whole. This one's not doing it, but just in case. Yeah, you get the idea. So, there's that. And then I'm going to wipe down the outside of it. Just real quick. Like I said, it's just a quick tidy. I don't even know how long that took. Probably not even 15 minutes. If you have a lot more food or a bigger refrigerator, naturally that's going to be a little different. Well, you get the idea. This is a dry erase board, but I'm going to wash it off. Oh, not my that. Okay, so got one of those robot vacuum cleaners. Game changer for pet fur. Yeah, I see a lot of those in the Goodwill bins. I've been seeing a lot of like really trendy stuff in the Goodwill bins. And I'm really surprised because like especially like Paw Patrol, electronics like that, robot toys. I've seen a lot of those. Lots of clothes. And most of the time the clothes part is like maybe a handle is messed up on it or like a button is missing or like just something slightly wrong with it. Or maybe even nothing is wrong with it. Maybe it just got worn once and then they never wore it again and then they just donated it. The problem with that is you're donating it to the single place that only gets sorted one time, maybe two times, and then goes to the like dump. Jeff calls them the last chance bins. So I see a lot of good stuff in those bins, but they interchange pretty regularly. Are they going to other stores or other places? Or are they legitimately like going directly to the dump after that? Because if that's the case, there's hundreds of thousands of freaking pounds worth of like clothing going in the dump every day. I know overseas there's a clothing pile that people go to pick out clothes from. A clothing pile. So think about that in a moment of your time. This clothing pile is so big you could see it from space. Think about that. Your entire town going to one clothing pile just for something to wear. this shit ain't clean. Oh, well, that's them in them third world country. Well, guess what? It's looking a lot like that here. So, keep your mind open. Alright, so today's kitchen clean was the fridge, wipe down, trash can. Jeff already brought it in. One of the things that I did want to kind of go into for the next steps is for tomorrow I'll probably be back in here because of the inventory and stuff like that, but excuse me. I just wanted to give you a quick rundown, plus I needed to do that anyway. So I am gonna go. So for next week will be the freezer. Okay. So let me write that down somewhere. Bring you with me. Let me see if this will work over here. I doubt it. Oh. There you are. Okay. So. You okay? Okay. All right. So for next week's, we'll probably just go into, like I said, the freezer. And I still need to take down my Christmas tree. So, on that note, okay. I don't know what that paper towel was for. So next week's Monday will be freezer and deep freezer. And if we can, to spray out big can of trash. All big cans, not just one. Okay. So next week's make appointment for pH. See. For me. Calendar add-ons. For those of you who are following me right now, I'm doing a lot of this based off of the vintage housewife schedule, which is posted in my social media. I think it's on my Instagram and as well. I think it's on my Twitch. Don't quote me. Oh, I can't log into my Twitch because it 2A verification shit's annoying as hell. Because my Chromebook's so old that it makes me re-log into everything every single time I turn on. So, yeah, fun. So by the time I actually go to get a regular laptop, I'm going to be like light years ahead of myself at this point. I'm so far behind because I've been having to redo everything over and over and over and over and over again. Fuck if I know what a password is. Okay, so now, yeah, I wanted to, as far as going back into the robot cleaner thing, I really did want a Roomba or something like that. Until I seen them all in the bins. And it's not just like one, it's several will be in the bins at the same time. And it's like, okay, well, I guess that wasn't worth the money. I mean, it's great and fine if you have like I feel like if you had like an all one level floor. But I don't know how it would do on, does it do rugs and stuff? I feel like it would have to adjust itself, which, I mean, it is a computer, so I could probably just do that. Computers do everything. Literally. So, do kind of want to give a shout out to Jeff for getting me this really super cute cup warmer. It's got a little cat. And it has like a little degree thing, but it's got a little cat and a little bubble thing. I don't know what it does. It doesn't do anything. It's so cute though. But yeah, I got this Better Homes and Gardens candle and they're trying to warm it up. I was checking to see if it worked out really well because this one burns, but look at how much soot it leaves on the sides. And I've cut down the wick so many times, it doesn't matter, every single time it just leaves that black stuff. It scares me because these shaped glass candles, the top part will crack if you leave the candle burning too long. Especially when you blow it out and the wax cools and the top part's still hot, or the wax is still hot and the top part's still cool. It makes this crack across the glass and it's really super dangerous. So I figured I'd try this cup warmer as a wax warmer, and like I said, I just put it on there, so it's going to take a hot minute, but I'll let you guys know how that goes. Well, a little personal review of the quirky little cup warmer. So, languages. Says reviewing calendar, books and sheets, websites, reading list next week. I want us to sit and think for a second about and how do I want to word this? Because I don't want to say something that you guys are used to hearing. Because as soon as you hear this certain phrase, you're just going to shut me off and you're not going to listen to me in any way. I was going to say, how can we find ways to more effectively communicate? But what I'm looking at is like a little bit more modern. Something that, Jeff and I have been talking about was how much we don't learn about ourselves before we try to learn about other people. And they almost like draft by this section of almost like psychology in children as they get older. Yeah, they teach you about yourself, but you don't really understand self because you're in the process of learning yourself in this world and the way that the world is. You don't learn about self until you get older, but by then, you're already like still having to deal with trauma and shit because you didn't know about yourself, so you allowed all this bad shit to happen. And now you're trying to make up for the past, and it's like now you're an adult. Like now you have to start all over again and relearn everything that you learned growing up and recognize now that there's more than one way of doing things. There's more than one way of perceiving things or having a perspective of things. That's the reason why it's called perspective. There's more than one. So I'm wondering if there's a way that we can start communicating effectively in a way that we can describe what we want or we need or we are thinking to others in a way that can be received or understood. Because that's another part of communication is, even if you're communicating with somebody, can they receive it? Are you communicating it properly in a way that they're understanding you? And are they able to then reciprocate back to you what it is that your conversation is, or continue the conversation, be live and active in the conversation, or understand what your needs are? Or there's so much lack in communication and misunderstandings that happen almost every single moment of every day. And we don't realize how much off course that can take a situation just by misunderstanding or saying something that is not accurate, or maybe it's a personal belief rather than a fact. And I know that a lot of times we, here lately, we've just seen about the fact checkers getting released from whatever website that was. But finding accurate information to be able to give facts and stuff like that, and have a good debate or conversation off of. Also outside laying factors such as like events. The popular conversation of the Hollywood fires and the Western North Carolina floods, at least from my area. The orbs, drones, aliens in the ocean, all kinds of stuff. President changeover, World War III, all those conversations. I mean, hell, there's wars started over a wrong sentence or a wrong thing said. So, I mean, misunderstandings happen all the time, and unfortunately it causes major consequences. So how can we fix that? The only way I think that we could be able to fix that is to start working on self, or working on self as a perspective outside of the world around us, and maybe even incorporate other people's perspectives into our own. Like, for example, take an hour today and put one hand in your pocket and don't use that hand for that hour. Preferably your most strong one. See how it feels to live differently. Do something that you wouldn't normally do. Walk around your house blindfolded. Safely. Put headsets on, like gun headsets, or like earplugs or something, and spend an hour with family with earplugs in, which for some of us is not hard. Or people, just to get a different experience. I want you to step outside your comfort zone today. I want you to try something different that you've never done before. That's, like I said, safety first. But is something that, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt anybody else. But just to kind of try to get a little bit more of a different perspective, because we always get stuck in one way of thinking, one way of being, one way of doing. So if you switch it up a little bit, maybe you'll be able to have a little bit more of an understanding, like a humbleness, grace. In a small sense, it gives you a little bit of what some people would call power, because you have a little bit, knowledge is power, right? So if you have a little bit more of an understanding from a different perspective, then you have more knowledge. So in turn, then you have more power to say or describe or speak on said topic. So, so yeah, try something different today. Maybe wear that aesthetic that you were going to try out last week or last month or last year or last 10 decades ago. You know? Play a new game. Wear a different color that you wouldn't normally wear. There's a million different ideas. Anyways, you get the idea. So, it's just going outside of the box, you know, thinking outside the box and trying to get people to understand that there is more than one way of thinking and that it's okay to be different. The problem is that when we say that it's okay to be different, is accepting that difference, either in ourselves. Accepting blame in yourself is one of the key points in changing your perspective. And then also in others, you know. And, you know, we say all day long, like, oh, I accept and love everyone for whatever. But do we really? Do we even try to understand people who don't even speak the same language as us? Just because they speak a different language, are they not human beings? And I know that goes into the topic of all, you know, the stuff that's going on right now. But it's halfway through the day today, for the most part, no matter where you are watching. For the rest of the day today, I want you to just watch other people and how they interact with each other. Don't say anything. Just watch. And I want you to take out religion. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh! Politics, gender, sex, and money. Take all those topics out, because those are like the hot topics for everyone. That's the first fucking thing everybody goes for in any kind of conversation, other than weather. But take those topics out, and I want you to look at the world the way it is today. It's going to give you a completely different perspective, and you're going to be able to utilize that to your advantage. You'll be able to maneuver in the world a lot better than you ever have before. And you'll be able to see things from a bird's eye view rather than your own. Because we get stuck in this little, you know, tubular experience right here, right? And we forget that there is all of this other. When the past and the present and the future are all one, you can get a full view of the whole picture. The trends, the topics, the actions, it all repeats itself. History repeats itself. So, if you're able to see that, then you can think a little bit more internationally or even spatially. Right? Don't shake your head and smile at me, mister. He's used to hearing me bullshit most of the day. I feel bad because he gets bored when I'm on here. I tried to get him into gaming the other day. I thought that'd be cool because he started playing Forza, and I was like, oh, people get paid to do that. I don't think he realizes, like, how much they get paid to do that. How much do y'all get paid to stream? How long have you been streaming? What is the turnaround for it? I want to see rates and numbers here. I've been streaming for 3 years. 4, technically. Off and on. Not consistently. Have you made any money becoming an affiliate? Have you made any money from it? I want to know these things. If you have become an affiliate on any social media, what was your rate of return for the past year or 2 or 3? Hell, 5 years. What was your 5-year plan? Did you get there? Did you just make goals? Or did you make a process for those goals? Because there's those little invisible steps to take you where you need to go. And I am the worst one for it. I write down a goal and I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then I'm like, oh shit, there's all these other steps to it. Fuck, I can't get there because I have all these other little tiny steps that I have to do before I can get to the final step. It's like side quests with a boss on every quest. And I don't know how to play. So, yeah. That's what life's like. So whoever needed to hear that heard it. So yeah. Languages. Okay. Review calendar, read book, workbooks, worksheets, websites. What are you reading? We were reading Phantom of the Opera. We're going to start reading The 12th Planet. Wait. Yeah. So reading list, The 12th Planet. We haven't started reading it officially yet, but that's on my list of shit to do. Websites for languages. I think that we did talk a lot about the Khan Academy. KHAN Academy.com, I think it is, or something like that. They are a free site, and you can log in for homeschooling, unschooling, whatever, personal learning. Because, learning never stops. No matter how old you get, you're still going to have to keep learning. And you're going to have to keep up with current events. Because I tell you what, it's quick and easy, especially nowadays, to get lost in the sauce. Okay? I didn't realize how old I felt at 40. When they say that you're old at 40, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. You're old. You don't know shit. But yeah, so especially the new stuff. So I really hope TikTok doesn't get banned, but if it does, whatever. Let's see, because they just started that whole STEM section. I thought that was so cool. So Freedom Homeschooling, Georgia Virtual Learning, Ursa Minor, Khan Academy, Prodigy, K-12. These are all really great sources. For virtual learning, you're going to be learning online and video. So if you like videos, have at it. Also, we were using Google Books to look up the 12th Planet, as well as, I think, the Phantom of the Opera was on ManyBooks. That's another, I think it's free site to check out. If you guys have free sites, please let me know. Send them to me so I could share them. Go check out my eBay because I said so. Do it. Buy all my shit. Anyway. AI for education, I think, was another one that we were talking about last week. And that is that tomorrow? Where did I put that one at? Oh, that's Thursday. Sorry. Yeah, for Education and Science Day. All right. So, what's your thoughts on AI with language now? I know that there's some sites that were up and coming that are free, open sites to help translate some of the languages from tribes, like ancient languages. If you have any assistance in that, maybe go check that out, because it is an open site. It's free for everyone to try to use to help be able to understand their language and everything. And And I'm trying to think of what other ones. Let's see. Learning languages. We did... memorize. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to look through my listing of all these websites that I have. The amount of stuff that I have tried to make money with in the past couple of years is exponential. Oh yeah, The Secret Garden was another one that we were reading. But that was like last year. So state testing. Oh, for those of you who are homeschooling, make sure that you're keeping up with state testing and your curriculum's portfolios. So I'm doing all of my stuff online because that way there's a virtual video available for anyone, not just my homeschoolers, but anybody can use this, no matter what age you are. If you're able to understand what it is I'm saying and you can get something from it, great. Let's see. I'm trying to see. I'm looking through my listing here. Free social media management tools. 3 pictures. Test prep. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. Also check out the Buy Nothing Project on Facebook. It's a legit free trade site, and they have them a lot in every area. It's very groupy-ish, just fair warning. Clicky, groupy. Fuck, I don't know. I can't see anything. Anyway, I'll have to talk to you more about that later. I don't remember the names of the websites now. I think one of them was like Duolingo. Let's see, you can Google it, really. Language sites, free language sites. I try to do as much free as possible. Coming up from 0 or negative is what we do here. Okay, so Duolingo, Rosetta Stone. Well, Duolingo and Memrise are both free. I think Babbel is too. Trying to see which one are the ones that we've used. Google Translate. Sometimes that one's a little quirky though. Just sometimes a little difficult to use. I know somebody somewhere said that's the most easiest thing to use. For you. Rosetta Stone, I think, has a pay plan. Like, they have a subscription plan, I think. I don't think it's free. But to be fair, I think Rosetta Stone Unlimited is only like $180 or $200. So I think that's a good investment. Especially if you're traveling and learning languages and stuff like that. They say if you sleep while listening to language things, it subconsciously helps you learn. I don't know if that's accurate. You could try it though. Let's see. Today's gym day. We did add core exercises last Wednesday to lower level, more repetition stomach exercises for me to build up my stomach muscles again since the wreck, and all the surgeries and stuff. So we'll be doing that today too. I also added in cardio, like 10 minutes, not much. I noticed that my heart rate goes up to 150 beats per minute when I'm just walking. I don't know if that's normal. When I'm on the treadmill for 10 minutes, my heart rate goes up to like 150 beats per minute. And I'm on a 3 incline at 3.5% speed. I don't know what that means, but that's the numbers I got. So I do that for 6 minutes, and then I bring it down to 2 on the level for another 3 minutes, and then I bring it down to 1 for another minute, and then walk it out. So this way I don't, because when I go to get off the treadmill, I don't want to be dizzy getting off the treadmill. So I do, that happens sometimes. I'll get dizzy coming off the treadmill, which is whatever. So, language learning apps, websites. Like I said, you guys could check those out. Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, Memrise, Babbel. I think there was another one. Trivago is a traveling site, but there's another. I think it was sign language we were learning there for a little while. Because remember, there's more than one language. So, Lingvano, that's what it was. It was an ASL sign language app that was free for us to use. That's the only one that I use. I don't know about any of the other ones, but I do know that the Lingvano was pretty cool. Thank you. So, I may be wrong in most of these things, but I try. How many people do you know that speak a different language or utilize different ways of communicating? How many different ways do you communicate every single day? You have body language, you have eye movement, you have responses, body responses, verbal responses, visual responses. You also have energy responses as far as frequency changes. You make sounds that are part of your language. I don't know if you realize that or not. I know I do. I have certain sounds that are part of my language. There's certain hand movements or clicking or snapping or that's what I do. I make that noise. It's to clear my sinuses and stuff, but it's also part of my language. Certain sounds that we make. I don't know if it's copycat sounds from like our DNA, but we do make sounds, whether we realize it or not. Maybe it's subconscious. Some people grind their teeth. Some people click like I do. It's like little ticks. Thought processes inhibit certain communication with other people. Someone could be trying to express themselves, and we may not be able to understand it because it's not in our language. Like love language. Say you have a partner that their love language is physical, where your love language is mental. It may or may not work depending on whether or not you're willing to try to look outside the box of normality for you and learn their language. The hardest thing for us to do is to try to relearn something that we already have set in stone in our mind as what we believe is already in existence, and that is it. That's the way. That's the light. That's it. That's the finality. When there is no finality in anything. So, yeah. See how long you can go without talking. Also, responses to emotions in language, like when we're sad or angry. Are we responding appropriately to what is actually happening versus what we think is happening? Because we may get triggered and it cause an immediate response, but that response is not appropriate or accurate to the situation. So, that's what we call blowing up, or overly emotional, or crazy even. I hate that word in a sense because it's thrown around so much, but there's a big gray book somewhere that says that we are all crazy. Every single emotion that you've ever experienced in your entire lifetime defines you as crazy. So be crazy. We're all crazy in our own little way. And I think that by us being ourselves as much as possible in our authenticity is what's going to make this world a better place. But we're all kind of conditioned and trained to be a certain way. So unfortunately, it's going to take a lot more than just 4,000 to come together and believe in something greater than themselves. Hey.
Hey.
You busy?
Yeah, I'm peeing. I'm writing down some information that will help my knee out while I was up.
Oh, that's good.
So,
I didn't know if you were wanting to leave soon.
Yeah, whenever, but yeah.
At
whenever.
4?
Huh?
At 4? It's 2:30 now. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up on how to rebuild your cartilage in your knee and everything. I'm going to write down some ingredients that they're telling you that makes...
It couldn't hurt, really.
Huh?
Right?
What?
It wouldn't hurt, would it?
No, it's collagen, which they sell at Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
But it has to be a certain type because there's two types. One is destroying its own self when they do this heating technique to make it. Then they tell you not to buy that one. But I'm going to write this information down.
It also depends on how your body metabolizes it.
Yeah, right now I'm desperate because I can't do much right now.
True.
I need to do something else soon.
Just make sure that the side effects aren't longer than the actual problem. I'm not looking forward to that. I try to baby my knees as much as possible. Knees and back, man. Knees, back. Can't get new ones. You can get new ones for your knees, but it's not the same. Going back to original conversation of planners for schedules. New planner online with tablet and pen. That's what I want. So that's a goal of mine. So I have certain steps I have to take to get to that goal. Like money. But yeah, there's a bunch of little planner things, videos on YouTube and stuff that I've been checking out. My personal favorite is the Happy Planner. Those are totally Frankensteinable. Most popular, I think, planner that's out there today that's highly used by like teachers and stuff like that. Nurses, doctors, I guess. I don't know. But I have seen a lot of nurses and I have seen a lot of teachers use the Happy Planner because it's got little like tabs and stuff instead of these coils. The coils rip the pages. The tabs actually you don't rip the pages. You just remove them. So it's awesome. Anyway, and you don't have to worry about like the little circle things like we did have to worry about back in the day. These things. Ow, you don't have to worry about those. Because the page tabs are open. But they're firmer. Like the pages are firmer. So.
What? Did any of your students bring you an apple today?
I found the apple in the bin yesterday, though.
Yeah.
Remember I showed it to you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a little Christmas ornament or something. I should have got it.
Yeah, you never know what you find in that place. Like that time when you found a brick in there or something.
Yeah, I found a decorated brick. Is that a thing that people do now?
That could have been a fruitcake.
I think it was a doorstop.
Fruitcake could be it. That's how heavy they are.
Like a brick? No, I legit think that was a brick, though. So yeah, I've been kind of looking over like the 2025 Happy Planner, First Planner setup type things. I like I said, I like creating my own. I'm very much a pen and paper person. I would like to get a tablet that has either the Echo 2 that has the pen that you can transfer it, or a tablet with a pen for the apps that I want to be able to use. That's another thing too, is like trying to find things that work with each other. A fucking nightmare. Especially apps with certain requirements. Stupid. Anyway. I don't know if you guys do that journaling stuff. I've also looked into making stuff with clay because I like using salt dough, like especially around Christmas time for ornaments and stuff like that. So, and then we've been doing the eBay thing, but I also want to start adding some more stuff to my Etsy. I feel like me being creative is an expression of self, and it's a requirement as a part of my self-help, self-care kind of thing. I'm a Pisces, so I'm naturally creative. But if I don't create, I feel like I'm always my fucking mind and kill somebody or something crazy shit. Anyway. This person can't take it anymore. So, I saw some clay stuff, like trays and things like that. Those are super cute. I don't know, I was just trying to come up with ideas. As you guys know, for the past couple of years, I've been trying to find ways to work outside the box of normalcy, especially in my situation. I do have charges, and I have a history, so not many people look lightly on that. They just see you for that, and they don't want to see who you are. So having to deal with that for the past couple of years has been very, very difficult, and trying to find a new way in this new world, because that's what it is. The world that we grew up in doesn't exist anymore. It just doesn't. There's small touches of it here and there, especially in like the traditions, but for the most part, if you go and like hung out with like some of these teenagers and stuff that are out there now, like you listen to their conversations, the world that they live in is not the world that we live in, or the world that we lived in. And if you look at the world, the news and the just other people like expressing themselves, we've got to have a new way of thinking to be able to move forward. As if not, we're going to get stuck, and then it's going to cause a lot of friction with a lot of people. And that's where the wars come from. There's different ways of thinking that nobody seems to agree on. When in reality, it's not even about the conversation. It's about something else. Yeah, I know. She talks so pretty. So yeah, I'm going to continue to build out my schedule and stuff, and I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing, trying to make things work out, and kind of go from there, because that's all we really can do is just take one day at a time, half day at a time, just keep breathing. I keep seeing all these desserts on YouTube, and I'm just like, I want to make it, and I don't have it. It's one thing I can say about like being at my mom's house is like she has so much stuff there that like if I ever needed anything, most likely if I looked long enough, I'd find it. They always have that saying of like everything that you'll ever need is at your parents' house, except for it all comes with stress, right? So it's accurate in this statement. But yeah. So you just make do with what you've got, right? And you work towards the things that you want or need. That's all we can ever do. There's 3D rules to this 5D existence. So good luck. And I wish you well on your journey. So, on that note, I'm going to, since we pulled in to languages a book, I'm going to add into literature arts for us to do something crafty. Which is Saturday, but some of the crafty things that I'm trying to accomplish are things that I'm going to be adding to my Etsy. I might make something into something else. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to try to let my creativity flow, because authenticity is the highest frequency. And when you're authentic with yourself and you let that creative self out, it's utilizing your imagination, which is in your subconscious. And so when you're pulling that, imagination is a source of all creation. So in your highest frequency, if you're able to create something in your highest frequency, there is nothing that can stop that. That's authentic. It's meant to be in existence. So, and living in the moment breaks that matrix. Listen to that again. Living in the moment breaks the matrix that you're living in. Because the matrix ends in that moment. Anything that you choose, because you have the power of choice, anything that you choose, zeros and ones, is your path. You create your own matrix. It's already pre-existing, but you create your own. Like a game. That's why they teach us about video games. It's supposed to help you learn about self. So, whoever needed to hear that heard it. So yeah, I'll probably be painting or doing some other kind of random nonsense and selling it on Etsy. Just to get some creative juices flowing, you know what I mean? Like, get your mind thinking in different things every single day. That's why I do the stream, is different things every single day. It pulls and ties in with each other. It all flows with each other, but just there. One thing that I did create, and I'll talk about this more Thursday or Saturday, one or the other. Anyway, was I had painted that I'm still working on it. As you can see, I have like some edging that I have to work on right here. And I was thinking about using this and mix it with the paint. I think that'd be kind of cool. And paint over the edging right there. Maybe even put some words or something on it. I don't know. So, there's that creative thing that we'll do for Friday or whatever. So, show and tell, artwork and creations. Show and tell is the heart. Artwork and creations is paint or make. And then story time. I guess we'll just fill that in as we go. Because each one of these feeds into the other. So like, for example, numbers feeds into the budget. So the budget goes into the art, and it goes into the artwork, goes into like the selling, and the selling goes into the finances, and the finances, it's like all connected. It goes into the Friday planning for events and more crafts or more things. And then the order, budgeting goes back into the ordering for food, and it's all connected. And there's a lot of reason why I built this the way that I did, and it took the time to build it the way that I did. And you'll get to see what I'm talking about. It's the only way that I'm able to make my stuff make sense in a way that's productive for me to be able to move forward in my everyday, but also in the meantime build on myself. I think a lot of times we forget, especially in the world the way that it is today, who we are and what all we've been through, or what we could be because of the fact that we put ourselves towards whatever it is that we're wanting. So, now for tomorrow, Tasty Tuesday, usually I would do viewer's choice. Right now I'm limited. So we're going to look into, Jeff and I were talking about this, resources in the area. And then also part of the meal planning was to include something more like a paleo diet, but it was just to have more quality food, because you're nourishing your body instead of just eating just to eat. Unfortunately, our world is so scourged with nonsense that you're going to have to either grow your own or have some kind of biolab type creation of powder mixture nonsense somehow. But then your body doesn't process it equally all the time, so you have to incorporate the fact that certain things are made certain ways. So, and it doesn't work for everybody all the time. So you have to adjust and adapt and overcome the nonsense constantly. And yes, it's repetitious. I think we live in our own hell pretty much every day in some sense or form. But and I don't even, Jeff and I were also talking about the ultimate goal, really nothing matters. So just enjoy life while you're living. And that's why I say to live in the moment, because even if you were to plan something 5-10 days from now. We've already experienced in ourselves how quickly things can change and how much of an effect that has on everything. So live in the moment, live in your right now. Just keep breathing and know that everything is going to be as it needs to be, because we ultimately don't have any control over anything. We just have a control over ourselves temporarily, because we're living in a human experience. We're just experiencing this. We're here for maybe 100 years, so enjoy it. This is life, as much as you can. So, shout out to my kids. Today, Renee starts college. Actually on site. She's been in college for a couple months now, but she's on site now. So, shout out to Renee for going to college. She is the first person in our family at the age of 16 to go to college. She was the second person in the family to graduate at 16, but she's the first person in the family at 16 to go to college. And I'm super proud of her. It just amazes me. My children are just amaze me every time I talk to them. It's just if you look back at all the things that we've been through and how much I thought that it was going to be negative aspect in their life, I'm very surprised at how much positive they've created from this. And I'm really proud of them. And I hope that they know that. They've been through a lot, and they deserve the world. As I think most of us have been through a lot in the past, since at least 2019. I know I have. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to have an ego death and kill the person that you thought you were and create the new you. The alter you. And by that, I don't mean just, change your clothes, change your hair, change your appearances, maybe change your tone of voice, change your mindset. More towards the latter, but to really work on yourself and bettering yourself mentally, emotionally, and then physically and on the outside. It's the hardest thing to do. I feel like one of the hardest things to do. Because you have to recognize and accept the fact that there needs fixing. To say that there's something wrong with me, and I'm recognizing that there's something wrong, or something isn't the way that it's supposed to be, or maybe something isn't just right. Doesn't mean that it's wrong specifically, it just needs altering. And a lot of times, that's how our perception is. We just need to alter. We don't need to change it completely. We just need to alter it, or at least leave some room. Always leave that 1% room of error for anyone in anything. So, I tend to go off on these conversation tangents because I'm literally talking to myself. So, New planner online with tablet and pen, calendar add-ons, kitchen, trash can, review, languages review, books, sheets, websites, reading list, and next week. So next week we're already written in there to do certain things on certain days. Like I said, I added into specific days for certain things. So like I said earlier about adding in certain elements makes it move forward, progress. When you're constantly doing the same thing every single week, you're not getting anywhere. And that's how I felt like I was with the streaming and stuff, is I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't getting anywhere in my life. I was focusing all my attention on certain things, and nothing was getting done. So I incorporated all these little things, that 10% every single day, or that 1% every single day, makes you 365% better by the end of the year. It's a saying I say. And so hopefully it's something that I say in here is helpful to someone somewhere. But I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to go ahead and go do the eBay stuff and get it knocked out. Get it all labeled and stuff. Try to figure out what I'm going to do as far as this ink. And I guess just keep an eye out until I am live again. I've been trying to stay a little bit more consistent lately, but I say that in the past 2 weeks I really haven't streamed, so you guys know me. I've been watching someone write painting by Dusan. Night Tales, that's what I'm watching. Anyway, it's from 5 months ago. Oh yeah, I need to add in the day and night routines for the calendar too. There's the postman. Alright, so I do need to get that one package out for sure. Alright, so on that note, next week we're going to follow up with what we talked about today, and then I added in stuff for tomorrow. So just keep your eyes peeled, see if I'm live, and until I see you again, behave and have a good day. Stay safe.